In today's video, we're going to look at the final principle of animation, appeal, and see how that will improve your animation project. So stay tuned. Hey guys, my name is Eon and welcome to my Start Animating YouTube channel, the channel that is specifically aimed at everyone that is new to animation. And if that is you, welcome, you are at the right place. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and also click on that little notification bell so that you can get notified every week when I upload a brand new video. Now today I am concluding this series where I take every principle of animation and I apply it to a small animation project and see what difference it makes, like a before and after. And if you want to learn more about the 12 principles of animation, I have created a complete online course. So if you are interested, it's a mini course, so it is very affordable. It is $17. So if you want to learn more about the 12 principles of animations, in the description box below there's a link. Just click there, it will take you to all my online courses, and you'll be able to learn more about the 12 principles of animation. Now today, like I've mentioned, we're going to look at the final one, which is appeal, and that is basically what the name says. Appeal. Does your animation look appealing to your audience? Does it look interesting? So when I say interesting, I want to illustrate quickly inside Cartoon Animator exactly what I mean when I say does your animation look interesting. Okay, so here you'll see I've got the silhouette, and when you use the silhouette, this is a great way to really see does your your characters look appealing or interesting. Okay, so here I've got two characters and I've just made it so that you only see the silhouette. Now it doesn't look too bad, to be honest, but you can see the first thing you can see, the characters are very similar with the head shape and the ears and the head. You can see they have different clothing, so there is some differences there, but you can see these characters, they belong in the same story, but it looks a little bit boring. Okay, so what I did is I took two of my characters from an animation series that I've created, and now if I do that, okay, so you can see, okay, there's a lot more detail, especially with the hair. The style is different, but you can see there's a lot more interest. Okay, if you want to compare these two sets of characters, the two on the right side looks more appealing and more interesting. They've got different shapes, they've got different sizes, where the two on the left hand side, they've got the same shapes, same size. Yes, I've made the one bigger just so that he looks like he's standing in front of the other one, but they are basically the same size. Where the other set of characters, it looks more appealing. I'm sure you'll agree with me. It looks more interesting. So how do you create this? Well, when you do your character creation, I want to show you some examples quickly. Here we can look at Aladdin, the characters from Aladdin, and I want you to see the different shapes they've used for all the different characters. Now, even though these characters look like they belong in the same story, they've got the same artistic style to it, they created interest by making each character have a different shape. Okay, so here you can actually see the different shapes being used for all the different characters. So if you're going to put the characters next to each other, it looks more appealing, it looks more interesting, it looks just there's more to these characters than just copy and paste. Okay, so if we go back to this, these two look like they've been copied and pasted, but these two look like they are different characters. Okay, and that is what you want. So this is a great example. Here we've got another example just of face shapes. Okay, so if you just look at the outlines, this is what they did here. The outlines of the heads, they're, even though you can see they belong to the same story artistically, they've got the same artistic style, so you can see these characters belong in the same story, but the silhouettes look completely different. Not any of the characters look the same. And then if we go to this next one, again you will see different shapes. There again, different characters using different shapes. And that is basically how you can create interest in your animation and your animation look appealing to your viewers. Now, if I can just add one more thing, and I've kind of mentioned this, and it also goes a little bit with the previous video on solid drawing, is your artwork needs to look good. First of all, like your perspectives, that falls with solid drawing in my previous video. So if your perspective and your solid drawing isn't good, your animation won't look appealing as well. And then another key opponent is your characters need to look like they belong in the same world, and all your characters need to look artistically like they need to have the same look and feel to it. Even though you use different shapes and sizes for your characters, artistically, like for example these characters, they look different, but you can see they also look the same. They look like they've been created by the same artist. They belong in the same story. So your characters need to belong, and they need to belong in your world. So for example, your background needs to match your characters. You can't have a very detailed background with a lot of detail and a lot of effort, and then you've got basic characters like the Simpsons with no cell shading or no highlights, no detail, just basic characters. Then your characters won't match your background. It won't match your world. So that is also something you need to consider when you want your animation to look appealing. Your characters need to look like they belong, but they also need to belong in the world that you've created. The background and the scenes and the props, they all need to belong in the same world. It needs to be believable. If you accomplish that, then your animation doesn't matter on the artistic style that much. Like there's so many like Rick and Morty. It is such a basic animation style. So you don't have to have very detailed characters and backgrounds. It can be simplistic, but as long as they belong, your animation will look appealing. So guys, that is just a quick example of how the 12 principle of animation appeal will really enhance your animation. And let me know if you've enjoyed this series. Feel free to leave a comment in the comments below. If you have any questions on future videos you want me to cover, maybe some things you want to learn, feel free to leave a comment in the description below. And while you're at it, click on that subscribe button and also click on that thumbs up. It really helps this channel. And also just a quick invitation, I do have a YouTube membership as well, and just click on the join button as well to see the different tiers and what you can expect, all the benefits from each one. So I hope to see you inside the membership as well. So guys, that is it for me. I'll see you guys next week with another video. So God bless and happy animating.